Hello, Stephen White for Steve Arts 89. Okay, Madonna Eurovision. Um, okay, I kind of predicted doom with this in the first place because I didn't really get Future. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I just didn't get it. I didn't like Madonna's vocals. I didn't just like her whole approach to the whole thing. The lyrics were fine. Quavo, I think I say his name wrong. Um, I loved him on it, and that was the sad thing. Like I loved him on the track. I felt he outshone her, and I just didn't work for me on any level. And I couldn't understand why she was going to do this at Eurovision. It's not the strongest song out of the songs released so far. I'm hearing it's not going to be a single, so I don't understand if Crave is going to be a single because it's got a video and it's great and everybody loves it. Why wouldn't you do Crave? Or why wouldn't you do I Rise? I Rise seems like it would be a great combination with Like a Prayer, and for the political issues with her being there and the issues of human rights violations and all that stuff, or whatever is happening, or the history. I don't even understand. I had a friend try to explain the whole situation to me, and I need to do some research because I don't think he was into particularly um, biased because he kind of grew up there. So I was just like, why is she doing this? I'm like, well, how is she going to do this? How is she going to merge Like a Prayer with a reggae song? I'm like, how is she going to do this and not have it not work and be lame and just not work? So I deferred to her wisdom for, oh, she'll find some way to make it brilliant. No, she didn't. Um, Now, like I said, I thought the other songs would have gone better with it musically, thematically, everything. And when I saw John Paul Gaultier's costumes and that she was basically doing it like um, the Met Gala performance, which was basically in the Joan of Arc theme from Rebel Heart, I was kind of shocked. I'm like, why is she still doing Joan of Arc now? Why is she repeating the Met Gala? I mean, she repeated the Tears of the Clown for charity. Well, that's fine. She made millions of dollars, whatever. But part of the things I love about Madonna is her not repeating herself, and she seems to be starting to repeat herself, like with those performances, and with the reggae song in general, because she already did that with Unapologetic Bitch, and I love Unapologetic Bitch. It's a great song. It's a great. It's Madonna on. It's like the essence of Madonna with just the attitude and everything, and I loved it. But this song, it's just feels just kind of. I don't know why it's there. I just don't get it. Um, so I was shocked that they were going to do that at all. And then I heard about all the political drama, and I thought, well, why is she doing this? And then it's like, well, she's being paid a shitload of money by some guy, or by Eurovision in general. I still haven't looked into that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess she likes money. There's 180 to 200 million audience. Okay, well, that's going to sell some records. She likes selling records. Why wouldn't she want to do that? Okay. But I wasn't sure morally if she should have, and like I said, I haven't researched it. A lot of people saying she shouldn't. She was wrong. She's sold out. She's a whore. Well, she's always been a whore, but we love her for that. She's been an unapologetic bitch, whore, slut, whatever, cunt, asshole. She just is whatever she wants. She says whatever she wants. She's just. That's part of the reason why we love her, because she does not give a fuck, and I respect that. But I also think she should occasionally listen to fans. I'm sure someone said to her, "Wouldn't you rather do one of the other songs? Like, wouldn't one like maybe?" I'm sure some. I'm sure some. I mean, she was deterred from doing Ray of Light as a 2 disc album where it was going to be not Ray of Light. Rebel Heart was going to be Rebel 1 disc, Heart 1 disc, so it'd be ballads and like dance or kick-ass songs. And someone talked her out of that. Someone talked her out of releasing American Life. She's been talked out of a few things, so I wish someone had talked her out of doing this. But it wasn't even just that, because when I did finally watch it, and I didn't want to watch it, when I finally watched it, I'm just like, yep, they just put on their medieval gear, Joan of Arc gear, and did a reggae song, and like, this just doesn't work. And I saw it first, and I actually thought it was first, and made sense to me because I thought, well, she'll finish off with Like a Prayer. And then I realised when I saw a better quality video that, because it wasn't called, Like a Prayer, Rave Like Eurovision, it had a different name, so it could be I guess they're trying to sneak it through because maybe they were taking down the quality copies. Because the first one I saw was bad quality. So the second one was good quality, and I watched it from the start through. And I must admit, I skipped the first part with the monks because I don't go to a rock concert to see a bunch of monks standing singing. And it kind of worked with the Met Gala because they had that Christian theme, and it just kind of worked. They had that giant staircase. It just worked. They worked with what they had. This was just like, why are you recreating that, which worked in its context, but wasn't a great performance on its own? And yeah, I watched from there, and her vocals were pretty bad, and my heart was just sinking because I'm like, creatively, you may go for a song I don't like, you may use a theme or costume or that I don't think work, but that's creative choices. That's, fuck you to me, whatever. Who cares what you think? I'm Madonna. I'm gonna be an artist and create. Fine. But yeah, the vocals were bad. Now they weren't freaking Ray of Light 1998 MTV Awards or whatever that performance was. That's the worst performance she's ever given. I found that on YouTube about 2 years ago. I'd never seen it. I was like, shit. I couldn't believe how bad that was because I've seen her live. I've seen her perform many times live. I know she can sing. And that was just inhumanly bad. And I'm like, how did she do that? And how did she get away with it? Because I've never heard anyone talk about it. I've heard people say she can't sing, blah, blah, blah. But I've never heard anyone refer to that performance as being as bad as it was and being an example of her being a bad singer, which is what people are always saying. And she's not a bad singer. She can sing. She has a beautiful voice. My thought was, I always defended her saying, well, she'd stop dancing for 2 seconds and actually sat down, she would sing well. And when she did sing well. When she did Rain in Girly Show, and like, I was thinking the first time she just sat and sang a song, she was great. And I've seen her. She's great. And I don't understand. I've seen her do Like a Prayer live 3 times. And I was up the front at the Rebel Heart in front of her. I could see she was really singing. And it was great. I don't know how this went so wrong. And a lot of people are speculating the problems or something, and something happened backstage. I'm like, well, that's an interesting idea, but unless you were there, it's really meaningless. So, okay. Disappointed. Don't know how it went that bad. And to see Madonna suck on a stage that big is heartbreaking because everyone does want to tear her down because of so many reasons, most of which are wrong, because she's a woman who dared to keep going in the industry, because she's a woman who dared to age and not give a fuck, a woman who dared to have a sexuality and an identity other than a crone past the age of... I get people just want to tear her down, and I'm like, why did you give them this big ass arrow to shoot right through you by doing a bad job? Just fucking lip sync. If you can't get it right for some reason, your nerves, or you're not feeling well, or you lost your voice because you're shouting at the kids because they're not doing what they're freaking told, fine, just lip sync. No one's going to care. We all know people do that. That's why they do it, because at the end of the day, the performance has to be great, and if you can't do it for whatever reason, or it has to be consistent or something, there's a reason why people have backing tracks from lip sync, and I don't know why she didn't do that. I don't know why. I'm just like, no, I've had so many arguments with Gaga fans, and it's like, you just gave me a big prize to slap me in the face with. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Madonna doesn't give a shit. Who cares? Maybe she's like sitting back going, oh no, I did such a bad job. How did that happen? And obsessing about whatever she did wrong. I don't know. But the worst thing is going online. I went on some of the Facebook groups and just was like, oh my god, that was shit. I can't believe how bad that was. That was worse than... That wasn't as bad. That was worse... The last time I really felt that cringy about one of her performances was when she did Love Makes the World Go Round at Live Aid. But she was still in her old days of, Virgin Tour, so it was kind of lame, but it kind of worked in its own way. And then there was the Ray of Light performance, which was so bad, but I thought, but it wasn't as bad as that. She was a bit off, but it wasn't that bad. And then I went online and said that, and I got attacked personally. And it's like, I'm sorry, didn't Madonna teach us all to express ourselves? Like, didn't you learn from Mum and Madonna to do that? So if you don't like it, you should be able to say it. If you like it, you just say it. You should be able to respect other people's opinions and not make it personal. I got attacked for being gay. I got body shamed for people who haven't even seen me. I'm just a picture. I'm like a head on Facebook, so I don't know what that was.